Welcome to Time to Win podcast. It's not just a podcast. It's the official personal growth locker room of life, where champions just like you gather to cultivate their courage, create a life-changing game plan of success, and celebrate their wins. I'm RJ Jackson, your personal growth coach and host, and I'm committed to seeing you win. As a professional speaker and growth coach for over 3 decades, I've worked with and inspired thousands to grow their greatness and transform their setbacks into a comeback. And now it's your turn. It's time to win. So if you're ready, grab something to take notes with. We're about to dive in. Let's go fight win. Everyone makes mistakes. It's a normal part of the human experience. Making mistakes, it doesn't define your worth or who you are as a person. Instead, it provides an opportunity for growth and learning. Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Locker Room of Life here on the Time to Win podcast, where we talk about real issues that real women just like you face on a day-to-day basis and how to go from being weary to winning, overcoming challenges and setbacks in life. Today's episode is sponsored by The Cure for Women at thecureforwomen.com, a safe place for grown women to heal, grow, and belong. Become a VIP Cure Queen today. Visit thecureforwomen.com. Now, today's episode is also inspired by one of my clients. We'll call her Constant Joy. She made a decision that cost her a pretty penny and almost cost her marriage. When we started working together, she was literally black and blue. Okay, well, not literally. But she was black and blue from beating herself up for the mistakes she had made. She was dying where she was living, and she was living where she was dying. But I have to give her her props. She made one more decision. It was a major decision, one that changed the game for her. She canceled the pity party and reached out for help. Perhaps, my friend, it's your turn to reach out as well. You see, when she and I connected, she was weary. She was overwhelmed. She was mentally exhausted. She was restless from not getting any sleep, but instead stressing over the situation. But in her heart, she knew there was something so much better for her. And she did the right thing. She asked for help. So today is inspired by her get up when she was knocked down. So my topic today is down but not out. How to get back up and win. Thanks, Constant Joy. We're going to be discussing how to get back up when you've been knocked down, when you've made a bad decision, or when you simply have run out of energy. I'm sure you've experienced people telling you, girl, get up. Girl, go wash your face and do something. Girl, you can do it. Let's go. However, rarely ever are we told what steps to take to get back up. Well, you've come to the right place today. And I promise you, it is not by accident. This is a divine appointment to help you understand the assignment and get back up and get in the race and stay the course. Finish strong and to keep going. So if you're ready, let's dive into this conversation and let's dive in deep enough to say when we come up, we're going to come up better and not bitter, stronger and wiser. Now, I recognize from my own experience that getting back up after a setback can be incredibly difficult. You can easily feel defeated, overwhelmed, and hopeless. So let's talk about the first step in overcoming these feelings. It is to recognize that they are normal and that you are not alone. And feelings, just like circumstances and situations, oh yes, they do change. The biggest challenge in life is being yourself in a world trying to make it like everyone else. En route to getting back up, you gotta do you, boo. While you have to get out of your comfort zone, you have to stay in the realm of who you are. You can't necessarily do it someone else's way, but I do encourage you to do it God's way. We all have our struggles. We all have setbacks. And people are really quick to say, if I were you, here's what I'd do. Well, I'm not going to do that to you today. Today, I'm going to give you some strategies on what you can do. Because like you, I've had some setbacks too. I've had major accidents. I've been diagnosed with lupus. I live with a rare eye disease. You name it. I have had my share. I've had to do just what I'm going to encourage you to do. I had to embrace my individuality, my weaknesses. I mean, nobody could mispronounce a word better than I could. After my accident, I was the queen at mispronouncing words, not remembering what to say, how to say it. And that was a challenge for me, especially since I had just been traveling the world as a renowned speaker. And then I found myself unable to talk. But what I had to do was embrace who I was in the moment. And it wasn't until I embraced it and stopped fighting it that I began to heal and get better and do better. But more importantly, I had to remember, and here's what I want you to remember as well. I had to remember that my circumstances did not define me. They only shaped me. The same, my friend, is true for you. If you're like me, going through a setback or a difficult experience or running out of energy can be a roller coaster ride of emotions. And here's some of the emotions that I experienced that perhaps you're experiencing right now. I went through sadness, especially this last go round with the accident. I was sad when I realized, wait, I can't walk. I can barely talk. I won't be able to volunteer and help other people. Ooh, I was sad. It wasn't until I started focusing on positive thoughts and shifting my focus and my mindset that I got out of that. And then I also became angry. I was angry because the person who hit me was having no problems, seemingly, that I knew about. But in my mind, they were scot-free while here I was suffering because of their negligence. And then once again, I realized that's not taking you anywhere, RJ. You have to let that go. You actually have to forgive and be okay with the fact that however he's living his life, you can't do nothing about it. I mean, seriously, I had all kind of feelings. I was afraid. I was confused. I even felt like it's over. It's over for me. I will never speak again. I'm done. But then I had to remember that I was promised in the end, I win. I had to stand on the truth that she wins and I am she. Girl, I want to invite you to get up and stand with me because the feelings I was having and the feelings you might be having, they're normal and it's okay to experience them. Matter of fact, it's okay not to be okay. The key is to not allow them to consume you and take over the truth, but instead to take proactive steps in becoming the best you, to going towards the finish line of winning. And sometimes, my friend, that requires us to seek support from trusted friends, even family, or professional help. It also requires us to engage in self-care activities and focus on moving forward. Remember, it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is how many times you get back up. So, let's do this together. Let's get back up. And today I'm going to share with you 5 steps that you can choose one to start with in order to help you get back up. Now remember, I'm giving you the information that causes transformation. But girl, you got to do the work. But you don't have to do the work alone. So let's talk about it so we can be about it. Step number 1, acknowledge where you are. Be honest with yourself about your situation. Don't act like it didn't happen. If you made that mistake, admit it, own up to it, take responsibility for it, forgive yourself, and decide this is not where you're going to live because you're dying in that situation. And this is not where you're going to die because you were born to live and win in the end. So number 1, admit where you are. Admit your mistake. Apologize to yourself. Forgive yourself. And perhaps there might be someone else you need to apologize to. Don't let your pride stand in the way because you will fall again for sure. Step number 2, take a moment to process your feelings. Allow yourself to feel the emotions. Be angry, but don't hurt nobody. Don't even hurt yourself. And I told you, Constant Joy came to me. She was black and blue. Why? Because she was hurting herself. Physically, no. But emotionally and mentally, yes. She beat herself up every single day. And she ended up with bruises. You ever wake up and have a bruise and not know where it came from? Sometimes it comes from the emotional damage that we do to ourselves with the words we say. And that was Constant Joy. So yes, I want you to acknowledge how you feel, but don't dwell on it. Don't live there, because you'll end up dying where you're living. It's a situation. It's not you. You're going to learn from it and grow from it. So step number 3 I want you to consider is reframe your perspective. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, focus on what you learned from the experience and how you can use it to grow. Like, everything that happens to help us become better, to shape and mold our character. So don't allow it to beat you down. Grow from it. Learn from it. All right, step number 4. Mary says, I'm walking. That's what we're doing today. We're walking. We're walking because we understand this. We can get run over standing still. All right, step number 4 says, ask for help. Like, oh my goodness, I don't know why it's such a struggle for us as women to ask for help. And to think that nobody wants to help us. And to feel like we know how to do everything and we don't need no help. Ooh. Can I help you with that one? Oh, wait, you didn't ask for help, did you? Well, let me help you anyhow, sister. You're not Superwoman. You can't do this thing alone. God didn't create us to do it alone. We need each other to survive. Asking for help is not a weakness. It's a strength. And it would make you stronger. You and I can only do what we know to do. And believe it or not, there are people who know way more than we know. They have greater experiences that they can share with us to help us. But you and I, we gotta be willing to ask for help. There are people who are waiting to help us, but we're not open to asking for help. We're not open for receiving help. And so they sit back and watch us bump our head time after time after time again. And then we start feeling like, don't nobody care. Yes, they do. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell. People care. And if you find yourself around people who don't care about you, move, because you're in the wrong environment. So don't blame the people. Just take action and move from that environment. Remember this, hurt people hurt people. So we're already on step number 5. It says, girl, take care of you. Like, get up out of bed. Yes, wash your face. Get dressed. Put on your makeup. Put on some perfume. Like, I know you're probably not in the mood. Do it anyhow. Just do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Come on and do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. Okay, wait, let me stay in my lane. I'm a speaker, not a singer, but listen, those words are so meaningful. We don't feel like doing it, but it's important to do it until you're satisfied, until you see change. And it's nothing like just simply getting up and getting dressed and going out into the fresh air when it comes to starting the process to feeling better. As long as you stay in the bed with the cover over your head, you're going to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Aren't you ready to go from being weary to winning? I tell you, there's so much joy over here in the winner's circle. And it's waiting for you to show up. But here's what you have to do. It's our last step of the day. It is take action. Oh, you got to move, my friend. You got to move. It's important for you to identify small, achievable steps that you can take. And I've shared some with you today. It's just step by step and keep moving forward. Take action one step at a time. Don't rush yourself. Don't pressure yourself. Don't beat yourself up. If you fall down, get back up, because again, it's not a matter of how many times you fall down. It's a matter of how many times you get back up. Winston Churchill said it best. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. It's time, my friend, to get back up. You are valuable, you are resilient, you're deserving, you're worthy, you're capable, you're good enough. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing yourself based on what you've done, based on what someone else has done. It's important to remember that comparison is a thief. It will steal your joy, and it's not productive. When you're comparing yourself and your struggles to the setbacks of other people, you know how the kids say, that ain't fair. That ain't fair. Seriously, because it's not the same. Everyone has their own unique journey and their own unique set of challenges. Instead of comparing yourself to others, try focusing on your own growth and your own progress. Start by celebrating your small victories. And girl, please be kind to yourself. Remember, setbacks are normal. They're a normal part of life, and you cannot always choose what happens to you. Matter of fact, you can never choose it, but you can always choose how you're going to respond. And while you're trying to work this thing out, listen, remember, it's okay not to have everything figured out. It's okay to ask for help when you need it. Do what Constant Joy did. She reached out to me for coaching. She understood what James Brown meant when he said, I need help, give it to me. Dun, dun, dun. I can't do it alone. Oh, there I go again. But listen, maybe you don't even know James Brown. Or maybe you simply don't understand the value of asking for help. Listen, Linda. Your self-worth is not defined by your setbacks or your mistakes, but by your character and the way you handle your setbacks and your mistakes. It takes courage to ask for help. Courage, my friend, is character. So please be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. And then do what we ask you to do at the end of every episode here on Time to Win. Admit where you are, adjust to where you want to be, and take massive action to get there. You are stronger than you think, and you will get through this. Don't let your mistakes hold you back or prevent you from getting up and going for it again. It's important to remember that everyone makes different types of mistakes. Some mistakes may be small and easy to correct, while others may have a more significant impact. But regardless of the size or the type of mistake, please remember it's important to approach it with a growth mindset so that you can see it as an opportunity to learn and to improve. You know what that calls for, my friend? It calls for, again, being kind and forgiving yourself when you make a mistake. I promise you, when Constant Joy came to me, she was black and blue from beating herself up. Instead of beating yourself up, focus. Focus on what you can do to make things right so that you can do better to prevent the mistakes happening again in the future. So as we close out this episode here in the Locker Room of Life on Time to Win, I want you to remember that getting back up after a setback takes time and effort, and it is possible. You got this, and I'm rooting for you. I'm here to not only root for you, but get underneath you and help lift you up. Don't forget, you can connect with me personally by going to our website, timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.